Peace, family. I'm doing this video because of a huge response I got to a post I put on this site on Instagram, where Nuri Muhammad was talking about the money that we spend in this U.S. economy compared to other nations, what they have and what we don't have, and I just want to, put a video out addressing this topic. He was talking. Nuri Muhammad was talking about how blacks just live in the hood and not a neighborhood because the neighborly concept of our culture has been removed from us. Now, how do we get this back? And see, not only how do we get this back, but we got to also think, how do we expand on this? Because it's not about just being neighborly, just to be neighborly. We got to be neighborly for a purpose as well. Gaining the respect of our community, gaining the respect of our people, coming together, working together, realizing the beauty that we had before we were enslaved. These are the concepts that go through my head when I talk about, make videos about our people, and when I respond to other people's content. The first thing that we have to do is to join or support an organization that is built on these African principles. That's primary. We've spent enough money dealing with other organizations, and we see the results of it today. Absolutely nothing, and that is including the Nation of Islam. I believe the founding principles we need to rally our people around is the red, black, and green. I call these our red, black, and green laws. And simply, red protects our bloodline. It protects our distinction from other people. Black represents the love, the respect, the unity, the strength, the beauty of our people. We love and respect no one above ourselves. We honor no one above ourselves. We have to protect our image. We have to respect our relationships, our men, our women. These are primary laws and principles. And last but certainly not least, the green. The green law represents dominion over the land that we stand on, and that's anywhere in the world. In order to have dominion over the land, we got to have ownership and control of the businesses, industries, and institutions that govern and promote our way of life. It's just as simple as that. You don't have ownership and control, you can never have peace and tranquility. It's just I can't get no simpler than that. Nuri talked about the 1.8 trillion that we spend in this country, and he compared that to what other countries spent, and then he contrasted that with what they own compared to what we own. The land mass they have, the miles of acreage that they own, and we spending more than most of these countries, but we own nothing. How just imagine if we came together using our founding mandated values and principles and acquired and bought and owned the manufacturing base that supply the goods and services that we need. Just to imagine that. GM itself has 120 facilities in total in this country, 12 assembly plants. If we own the businesses that we spent the $1.8 trillion in, there is our land underneath the manufacturing base that supply our needs, the homes that we're going to buy, working within these facilities. You see, it's not just about spending $1.8 trillion. It's about controlling it. When you spend $1.8 trillion into businesses, industries, and institutions that you have no control over, no ownership over, no influence over, it's like taking $1.8 trillion and flushing it straight down the toilet. Because no matter what you buy, you have no ability to keep it. There isn't a thing in your home right now that's not safe from somebody coming in there and reclaiming it. or influencing you or positioning you so that you can lose it. They cut you off from your job. The home that you live in right now is at jeopardy. Your insurance is at jeopardy. Your ability to pay your car note is at jeopardy. Providing for your family is at jeopardy. Providing for yourself is in jeopardy. Without ownership and control of your own essential needs and services, when they cut you off, now you got to go scurrying around, running to some other nation of people, trying to get in where you can fit in to supply your own. This is absolutely ridiculous. We are 150 years beyond slavery. And you telling me that not one of these so-called organizations out here has thought about owning and controlling our own way of life? Not one aspect of it? You know, don't get me started. But this is how we lower our costs, by being the primary providers to our people. If we owned our own facilities, now we can go straight from black manufacturing to straight to black marketplace where our people shop, servicing the needs that our people require. We're cutting out the middleman. So that in itself is going to lower the cost. Our ownership is going to put a barrier of protection around that. Nobody outside of us can come in and tell us how we conduct business between ourselves. We're no longer seeking permission from somebody else on how we can sell. I mean, just think about that. You open up a business today, you got to abide by the laws and principles of your oppressor on how you deal with your own people. Then we listen to these so-called influencers who tell us to, if your friends come in your place to shop, you know, they should spend more money than everybody else. They're your friends. You know, they should want you to succeed more than anybody else. That's absolutely ridiculous. Why should my friends, who I know live around, have to come in and pay more for goods and services as opposed to some stranger who I don't know, won't never see again, and they're paying more than him? You know, that's ridiculous. Yes, my friends want to see me succeed. Yes, I want them to visit my store. And how do I do that? By privatizing our businesses and industries. Creating an avenue for them to travel on to my stores. So now they're going to come here more frequently. And we're going to have our own determination on what these goods and services cost. Then when somebody comes here who we don't know, that's come from another nation, of course, they're not going to be able to buy the goods and services at the same price as my people. You don't walk into a Ford dealership and get the Ford employee discount right off rip. You got to go through all these hoops and ladders, getting 401, whatever, the F plan or whatever kind of plan they got. You ain't buying no Ford at the same price as Gerald Ford is. You know, that's ridiculous. If we imagine the revenue we could create year after year after year, supplying the needs of our people, not only in the United States, but all around the world. How long has General Motors been in business? Over 100 years. Imagine if you worked at General Motors. What would you purchase? A home, a car, cell phone, clothes, toothbrush, furniture, you know, apps, subscriptions. These are all the things that we could, once we started one, we could expand this and do the same thing that we do working for GM. We can do it working for our own facilities. This is not rocket science. This is how we inspire our people to shop with their brother before they shop with another, as Nuri Muhammad said. And he also said, you know, we spending $1.8 trillion, but now we need to make some sense out of spending this $1.8 trillion. Well, this right here is the plan, not only that has the dollars, but has the sense behind it. Now all I want you to do is show me the will and the desire. I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this message, and if you like this content, and if you like this pressure that I put on our oppressor, Put a little pressure on that follow, subscribe button, and catch me in my next video. Ashe.